Hello, and welcome to another Through the Ages video. And today we're celebrating the fact that we are in the midst of the Winter Olympics right now. And we're celebrating that by having the two Olympians in WWE 2K25, I believe. Let me know in the comments if I missed anyone. But these are certainly the two most prolific Olympians that I can think of that are in this game. They're going to go up against each other, but not just in this game. Over the 6 games in which they have both been on the roster. So there's potential for a tie here, which is fine. I guess we'll cut the gold medal in half and give half to each of them. But both men will be hoping to achieve more than a tie here. And they're starting on WWE 2K25. Chad Gable, of course, competed in Greco-Roman wrestling in the 2012 Olympics. And I don't think I need to introduce this man. Look at him wearing the gold medal around his neck as we talk about the Olympics. 1996 Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. But who's the best over the course of wrestling video game history? That's the question we're here to resolve today. And we've got, two very, very capable grapplers, wrestlers. These are like the wrestlers, right? Chad Gable and Kurt Angle. Technical masters. But we're going to find out who is the technical master over the course of 6 matches. And as always, we're going to work back through time. So we start on the most recent game. And then in all subsequent games, I'll probably skip the entrances to save a little bit of time. And we'll just crack on. We've got an NXT chant, of course. Kurt Angle, no experience in an NXT arena. This first match taking place at NXT Halloween Havoc. Chad Gable, of course, came up through the ranks of NXT. So a little bit of a home field advantage for Gable. And they, as they lock up in the middle of the ring. And look at this, Gable, the smaller of the two, pushing Kurt Angle back into the ropes. And look at that, no clean break. This isn't Olympic wrestling, this is professional wrestling, guys. And Chad Gable going to take every shortcut he needs to try and win here. But Kurt Angle with the go behind, the rear waist lock. Oh, nice break free by Chad Gable. And I'm glad we're getting to see some chain wrestling between these two Olympians. Feels appropriate. The reverse chin lock, though, got Kurt Angle in all kinds of trouble right now. Looks like he's tapping to me, ref. I don't know why that's the animation. I pick it up every single time. Oh, knee to the back by Chad Gable. And that, for those keeping score at home, is 2 strikes from Gable. Oh, but Angle caught the third one. And there's a left forearm and a right. We were up 2-0 in terms of strikes thrown in this match to Chad Gable. But now we're all even. And Kurt Angle this time backs Chad Gable up to the ropes. But again, Gable with the non-clean break. And you'd think Kurt Angle, after being caught out by that once with all his experience, look at that nice takedown by Gable, frustrating Angle. But yeah, you'd think Angle with all his experience would realise, okay, I don't fight clean here. Because Kurt Angle is not above breaking some rules either in a professional wrestling ring. Now, off the ropes, belly to belly, overhead suplex indeed. Not overhead, whatever that means. And now look at this. The fisherman brainbuster, and Chad Gable really taking the fight to Kurt Angle early in this match. Now look at this, gator roll. Scoops him up and takes him down. Still maintains, oh look at this, through the leg grip change, then back round the waist, slamming Kurt Angle. Chad Gable by far is the more recent Olympian, for sure. Elbow drop off the top, so maybe he does have the advantage here. 1, 2. Whoa, Kurt Angle kicks out at 2. Kick to the back, but Angle dodges. And now Gable takes down Angle, going for a crossface. Oh, but Kurt Angle breaks free, and a kick to the midsection. Right hand by Kurt. Kick to the midsection by Chad. Knife edge chop. Uh-oh. Up on the shoulders, and then a head scissors takeover, and Angle rolls to the outside as Chad Gable thanks the crowd for their adulation, which is questionable at best. Now, Chad Gable realises he's not going to get a count-out victory over Kurt Angle. All he's really doing is allowing him to recuperate on the outside. So he follows him out, hits him with the forearm across the face. And this is smart. And Chad Gable's fought a very smart match so far. Taking cheap shots when needed. Out-wrestling Angle on more than one occasion. And now, like I say, taking the fight to the outside. But Kurt Angle counters into the enziguri and now following it up with an elbow, a stomp, and... oh, an attack to the arm. Now, Angle, of course, famous for his ankle lock. Not really for his arm submissions, but you attack any weakness you can, right? Kicks to the face by Angle as he re-enters the ring on a count of 6. And he's going to wait for Chad Gable. He knows he's not going to win by count out, but he's going to make Chad Gable rejoin him. Oh, look at this. No, Gable with the armbar over the top rope. Great subversion of expectations by Gable. Gets back into the ring and drops the straps. We've seen Kurt Angle do that once or twice in his career. But now Chad Gable picks the ankle and going to turn it into an ankle lock. Will Kurt Angle submit to the move he arguably made famous? I know he wasn't the first to utilise an ankle lock, but he was probably the most successful. And he doesn't submit, but Chad Gable up to the top. Moonsault off the top. Another Kurt Angle staple. 1, 2. Whoa, Kurt Angle kicks out at 2. But what a match Chad Gable is wrestling here. He's got Angle in all kinds of trouble. And I think most people would agree. Oh, beautiful suplex. Most people would agree coming into this video that Kurt Angle's the favourite here. Chad Gable's the underdog. But he has not wrestled this match like an underdog at all. Running dropkick in the corner. But Kurt Angle with the back elbow. Springboard. Just about makes contact with Gable with that moonsault. Very nicely executed if the distance was slightly misjudged. Knee to the face. Right hand, no. Gable dodges. Kick to the leg. Dropkick avoided by Angle. And now he takes the straps down. Blocks the punch. Throws one of his own. Gable ducks his punch. Throws one of his own. Blocks the punch. Throws one back. Picks the leg. Uh-oh. Gonna show Gable how it's done. He's got the ankle lock. Locked in. Will Gable submit? After dominating much of this match, can Chad Gable survive the ankle lock? Yeah, rolls through. Great counter by Gable. What a match this has been. Off the ropes goes Angle. Oh, I think he was going for a kitchen sink there, but Angle caught the leg. And now, Angle slam. And both men are down, but Kurt Angle rolls over and crawls to hook the leg for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Kurt Angle 1-0 up in this match. Let's go to the next game, shall we? Alright, second match. We're on WWE 2K24 now. Back in another NXT arena. So home field advantage for Chad Gable again. Not that it helped him last time. But a very impressive performance by Gable in the last match. Oh, and going for the crossface early here. Going for the submission straight off the bat. And Kurt rolls him off. But yeah, I think he can take great encouragement from how much of that match he dominated. He just needs to manage to put away Kurt Angle, which is easier said than done, right? Multiple time world champion across a couple of different companies at this point, Kurt Angle. Like, Olympic gold medalist. Absolute. Is he a Hall of Famer? He is a Hall of Famer, like, conceptually. But has he already been inducted? I can't remember. Nice suplex by Gable. But what I'm saying is, you're fighting uphill almost no matter who you are against Kurt Angle. But Chad Gable made a great... Oh, nice front flip heel kick there. Made a great accounting for himself in the first match. But he's going to turn it into a win. If he goes 2 down and has to win the remaining 4 to win the video, he's really up against it. He needs to win this match. But Kurt Angle, having none of it, working at the leg immediately. And remember, it is an ankle lock that Kurt Angle and Chad Gable both employ, but it doesn't only affect the ankle, it targets the knee, the hip, it hurts the entire leg, so targeting anywhere on the leg before applying the ankle lock is great strategy. Speaking of which, dragon screw leg whip by Gable, and now look at this, grapevine in the leg, bending that knee against the way it's supposed to bend, sideways, painful stuff. 1, Kurt Angle kicks out at 1. But that pin was never supposed to win the match. That's about making Angle exert energy whilst being on the receiving end of your offense as well. Look at this, again, making him exert energy, making him run the ropes. But as he went for that overhead belly-to-belly that worked well for him last time, not this time. Kurt Angle counters it, and look at this. That's not a sleeper. That's like a cross-face rear naked choke. Oh, no, now it's into the choke position. But Chad Gable counters, rolls through. Can he beat him on a technical pinfall? That would have been a hell of a claim for Gable, but went straight into the clothesline. Oh, kicks out at 0. Not often you see a 0 kick out. Even the big impact kickouts are at 1. Uh-oh, Gable sweeps the leg. Oh, I thought he was going for that ankle lock again, but no, doing more damage to the knee first. But Angle showing he's still got most of his leg strength knocking about as he kicks Gable off. Clothesline by Gable, though, and a second one. Ducks Angle's attempt, and a super kick. Well, more of a thrust kick. Goes for the pin. 1, 2... Whoa, Angle rolls the shoulder. Well, that was a near fall, and a very respectable one at that after that thrust kick by Gable. Not known for his high kicking ability, but hey, if you've got it in your arsenal against Kurt Angle, is the time to bust out some surprises. And now, what has Angle got in mind here for Chad Gable? Gable in no man's land up on that top rope. Avalanche Angle slam by Angle. And he beat Gable with just a regular Angle slam in the previous match, but not even going for the pinfall here. Uh-oh. He's thinking ankle lock to finish things off here. Avalanche Angle slam into the ankle lock, and Chad Gable surely has to submit here, as Kurt Angle does a very lazy little wiggle to apply the pressure. But no, Chad Gable escapes and kicks him off, and now the running basement drop kick before Angle could get back to his feet. Stomp on the back. Oh, and a single arm monkey flip for Angle, and now goes for the pin. 1. Oh, just a 1 count. Uh-oh, where's Chad Gable thinking of going now? He's heading up to the top turnbuckle. Kurt Angle hasn't moved. He's slowly starting to stir now. Chad Gable going to wait patiently. Oh, and a flying clothesline off the top, but Kurt Angle rolls to the outside, but he's not safe there. Chad Gable with the tope suicida to the outside. And now, just like in the previous match, Chad Gable knows he can't allow Kurt Angle to recuperate on the outside. 2 men with some of the best, stamina in the business, in the history of the business. So you can't afford to give him breathing room. But Kurt Angle's just been sent head first into that ring post. And now Chad Gable up on the top rope as Angle struggles to his feet. Count of 6. Chad Gable's going to break it. Oh! And gets power slammed on the outside. That might have been a big tactical error for Chad Gable, and may end up being a real turning point in this match. Elbow drop to the back by Kurt Angle. Referee's count reset, of course, because Chad Gable came from inside the ring to outside. Broke the referee's count to try and attack Angle, and it really backfired. Now Gable, elbows repeatedly, but Kurt Angle, was in control ever since that power slam counter, but now Chad Gable, oh my god! Look what he did to Kurt Angle's leg, never mind the atomic drop. Don't forget the ankle lock targets the leg, and that was a horrendous way for his leg to hit the barricade. Now both men back into the ring at a count of 6. And suddenly, I think all the momentum is back in favour of Chad Gable. Overhead belly to belly. Honestly, that leg getting caught up on the barricade was horrendous. Chad Gable's straps come down, and now Kurt Angle very slow to his feet. Oh, left forearm by Angle, picks the leg. Uh-oh, he's going to try and finish this because he knows, I think Kurt Angle knows he's kind of in trouble here, and he does manage to get the submission with the ankle lock, and it's 2-0 to Kurt Angle. But my god, what damage was done to his leg there. Oh, hobbling a little bit, in fact. Anyway, next match. Alright, WWE 2K23 now. The 3rd match of the video. If Kurt Angle wins this, he can no longer lose the video. But Chad Gable getting off to a good start with the butterfly suplex. Beautiful bridge, but Angle kicked out at 1. But yeah, Chad Gable, to win the video, has to win the next 4 matches in a row against Kurt Angle, which is a ludicrous request of anyone, but Chad Gable will not quit. and will do his absolute damnedest to get there. Now going for another butterfly suplex. This time releases it. Does not hold it for the bridge this time. And now the neck crank. Of course, Kurt Angle, famous history of neck problems. Won the Olympic gold with a broken freaking neck. Just ask him. But yeah, very much full of the neck issues, and Chad Gable wise to attack those and unwise to only have started doing it. Oh, reverse DDT on the outside in the third match, to be perfectly honest. But let's also not forget the damage done to Kurt Angle's leg in the previous match. With that horrible barricade spot. Oh, overhead release throw. Referee's count is up to 4. And Kurt sends Chad Gable back into the ring. Maybe it takes a little bit too long. Kurt Angle telling the crowd to shush. Oh, and he takes Angle down. Another crossface attempt, but this time... Oh, yeah, Angle's ankle was on the ropes. It was on the bottom rope, but Chad Gable maintains the offense regardless. Oh, and takes Angle down. I'd say he pulled his hair, but that's not been an issue for Kurt for quite some time. Up kick from Angle to get out the corner. Oh, Chad Gable, though, rolls out the way of that basement dropkick. Great quickness by Gable. Oh, ducks through, but then Angle holds onto the near side ropes. Blocks the first shot, but does not block the Northern Light suplex. No bridge attempt from Gable at all there, and a knee to the face to follow up. Oh, but Angle reverses into a fireman's carry takeover. Big right. And the Angle slam, and that's how he won the first match of the video, but he's not even going for the pin here. Oh, he's going to pick the ankle. Oh, he's going to go for the submission, how he won the second match. But Chad Gable too close to the ropes. Ring positioning mistake made by Kurt Angle. Now he moves Gable away from the ropes, but not too far. He's got his feet on the ropes. Oh! I don't know. Did Gable kick out? Did the referee stop counting because she saw Angle's feet on the ropes? I'm not sure, but Chad Gable's capitalizing anyway with that great shot. That'd make a good thumbnail. See if I remember to use that as one of my potential thumbnails. But, oh my god, look at the flexibility Kurt Angle is enforcing upon Chad Gable there with that suplex. But yeah, Chad Gable did have the crossface applied briefly, but Kurt Angle back in control now. Gut wrench suplex. Leg sweep by Gable. Oh, swing and a miss as Angle got out the way and sweeps the leg himself. And now look at this, ground and pound. They don't teach this one in Olympic wrestling camp. Chad Gable very pleased with himself for leaving the ring, but Kurt Angle's come out after him and clotheslines him. You're welcome, says Kurt Angle. Well, that's more of a Damien Sandow or Perry Saturn gimmick, right? Overhead release throw again by Angle, this time on the outside though. And sends Chad Gable back into the ring. This time, look how much more quickly, well, I was going to say more quickly he gets back into the ring. But never mind, no, Kurt Angle taking his sweet time on the apron there. Chad Gable not moving though. But yeah, Kurt Angle gave him time to recuperate, and it's looking like a mistake. Head scissors takeover. And a neck breaker by Gable. Kick to the head by Angle. Oh, the counter. Right hands. Sends Angle into the... Uh-oh. Rolls through. German suplex with the bridge. 1, 2. Oh, Kurt Angle kicks out at 2. Chad Gable's got to wonder what he's going to do to put the Olympic gold medalist away. Oh, not that, because Kurt Angle got out the way of the diving elbow drop. And now Chad Gable in all kinds of trouble. Now Angle sends Gable across the ring. Oh, running shoulder tackle in the corner. And now another overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Oof. But the kick upwards by Gable caught Angle right in the face. Sends him off the ropes. Oh, they collide. But Gable takes him down with the crossface. Oh, Angle's got the foot just under the ropes again. Bad ring positioning by both men with submission attempts in this match. They're usually much more ring generals than that. Oh, Gable went for a supremely risky elbow drop to the outside off the top rope, and Angle got out the way once again. Big mistake by Chad Gable. Uh-oh. Look at that by Kurt Angle. Nothing you can do once Angle's got you captured like that, except go flying over his head and say ouch. Chad Gable is sent into the ring, trips the referee who was admonishing both men to get back into the ring. Elbow drop by Kurt. He connects with the small of the back off the top rope. Now goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, Gable kicks out. Kurt Angle can't believe it. But not famous for putting people away with a top rope elbow drop is Kurt Angle. So we'll see what he produces next. Oh, I think he was going for the leg pick, maybe for the ankle lock, but Chad Gable counters it. Saw it come in and took Angle down. Great counter wrestling by Chad Gable, and now he's back in this one. Just as he started the match with the double underhook butterfly suplex. And now, what does Chad Gable have in mind for Kurt Angle? Bring him back to his feet, back to a vertical base, sends him across into the far corner. Oh, took way too long getting across to him though and caught 2 boots to the face for his troubles. Uh-oh. Gable. Suplex. Oh, he's gonna 3 amigos it looks like. Shout out to great rival of Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero. They have, of course, had a WrestleMania match. And now floats over into the pin. 1, 2. He had a WrestleMania match that Kurt Angle lost, in fact. But he does not lose this match to the Eddie Guerrero move. He kicks out at 2. We've got both these guys chant. And honestly, rightly so. Off the ropes. Uh-oh. Oh, he was going for another overhead belly to belly, it looked like, but Gable blocked that one. Oh, takes the leg. Leg sweep. Is he thinking ankle lock? No, he twists the knee and applies pressure to the shin and the ankle with that knee drop. Nasty move, especially when you're facing someone who has a leg-based submission finisher. But he's not going for that. He's going for a crossface once again. And once again, Kurt Angle's foot is under the bottom rope. But now look at this. Continuing the offense on the leg of Kurt Angle. Twisting the knee in unnatural ways. Oh, clothesline by Angle. Stompy, stompy. Oh, leg sweep. When I said to win this video, Chad Gable has to win all 4 remaining matches, it's not strictly true. If this match were a double countout and then Chad Gable won the remaining 3 matches, that would still be a video win for him. But I think he'd prefer to win this match. Keep that draw in the bank for potential future usage. Oh my goodness, rammed small of the back first into that ringside barricade. Brutal by Kurt Angle. And look at this, German suplex to Gable. Referee's count is at 8. Is Kurt Angle just going to take the count out? I think he is. No! He breaks the count at 9. If he loses this match now, let it be known he had it won. And that would be a grave error in judgment. But Kurt Angle has a lot of pride. And what is happening now? We've got the Alpha Academy's music is hitting. Because back in this game, Chad Gable was in the Alpha Academy, of course, still, was the leader. Chad Gable's still down. Otis is there with a chair! Kurt Angle grabs the chair! Disarms Otis! My goodness, Otis shoves Kurt Angle away and escapes the ring. Never actually attacked the man, so no disqualification. Referee, gets punched by Kurt Angle for trying to clear the chair, and then Angle gets DDT'd onto the chair. What the hell? Chad Gable came into this match with a plan, it would seem, and that plan was called Otis. Can he capitalize? Kurt Angle did well to stop the chair attack from Otis. Oh, but still got DDT'd onto a chair, so his bell's still been rung. But Despite all of that, the kitchen sink. And now picks the leg. Turns it into an ankle lock. And will Chad Gable submit once again, just like in the last match? Time will tell. We have to wait for the minigame to play out. Chad Gable. Oh, he rolls through. He gets Kurt Angle to release the hold. Kick to the midsection by Angle. And now he's got Chad Gable. He's going to take him to that left side of the ring where Otis left back up the entrance ramp. Big right. Oh, and the cravat around the top rope. Throat across the top rope. Nasty stuff. Scoops him up. Spine on the pine. Now Gable out on the apron. Uh-oh. Oh my god, what has Kurt Angle got in mind here for Gable? Oh, belly to back suplex on the hardest part of the ring. On the apron there. But Chad Gable kicks Angle off and he's back to his feet. Such toughness on display here. Sends Angle back into the ring. Follows him back in promptly. And now sends him into the corner. Uh-oh, setting him up once again for this roll through German suplex, whose name I have forgotten. But he's hit it a second time now. 1, 2, 3. Chad Gable wins. And I think it would be disingenuous to give none of the credit to that interference from Otis there. But a win is a win is a win. 2-1. Next match. Alright, we skip a game now. Kurt Angle not in WWE 2K22, so we are back in the infamous WWE 2K20, where nothing can possibly ever go wrong, right? Now, Chad Gable off to a good start. A very different looking Chad Gable here. No singlet, long hair. Kurt Angle, still bald, still singlet. Big right forearm by Gable, who's got the momentum here at this point, having won the most recent match, and is not out of contention for this video just yet. But Kurt Angle will want to put him away in this one and put this video beyond any doubt, and then try to get as dominant of a performance as he possibly can. Oh, drop toe hold as Gable rushed in to try and attack. Now sent into the far corner. Switches places, does Chad Gable. Oh, kick to the back of the leg. Clothesline, well, flying forearm type clothesline smash thing by Kurt Angle. And now the neck crank being applied. And goes to the pin. Maybe thinks he just like broke Gable's neck and he can't kick out. I don't know. Only a 1 count. Chad Gable disagrees with Kurt Angle's assessment. And Kurt Angle cannot believe that Chad Gable kicked out, it would seem there. He was distraught at that very early match neck crank kick out. And ate a jawbreaker for his troubles, but immediately back in control. Now, gator roll here by Angle. Now the rear bear hug. Seated rear bear hug. Off the ropes goes Gable. Uh-oh. Overhead release, belly to belly. Kurt Angle. Such great technique, he didn't even need to throw himself to the ground like you normally do. DDT to follow up. And Chad Gable in all kinds of trouble in this one. Oh, the counter though by Gable. And a snap suplex and now goes to the pin. Oh, but a 0 count. But Chad Gable, unlike Kurt Angle earlier, unperturbed by the early kick out and just keeps on the offense. Smart by Chad Gable. Now Gable got Angle in all kinds of trouble. Is that not a pinfall? Could the referee not have counted that? It looked kind of like both of Angle's shoulders were pinned before Gable stomped on him. Fujiwara armbar, but once again, in the ropes, just like last match, where Kurt Angle was constantly fortunate to find himself in the ropes. Once again, he is. And another butterfly suplex by Chad Gable. And a Bailey to belly. Shout out to everyone's favourite wrestler, Bailey. And now, going to take Angle down, not going for the traditional Fujiwara, but a similar arm position for Angle. Oh, and then just slams the arm down into the mat. Maybe Chad Gable switching tactic here from always going after the legs. Maybe going to go for an arm submission here. Oh, as I say that, he goes for the leg of Kurt Angle, but then Kurt Angle kicks him in the face. So, yeah, maybe go back to the arms, Chad. Knee lift. And a drop kick to follow up from Chad Gable. Now, goes through, going after the arm again. Oh, yeah, elbow right onto the back of the shoulder there. Going for it again, I think. Oh, nope, right forearm by Angle. That'll stop it. That'll put you... will stop you in your tracks. Oh, just kicked through Gable there. Nothing ceremonious about that one. One, but just a 1 count. And Kurt Angle, once again, cannot believe he didn't win with a kick. His famous finishing move. And once again, his dismay is potentially costing him here into a Fujiwara armbar again. He's not lucky to be under the ropes this time. But Angle rolls through and removes himself from the grip of Chad Gable. But still in trouble here. Another butterfly suplex. Now, what's Gable got in mind for Angle here? Oh, he's dragging him away from the ropes. Smart. And goes for the pin. No, just a 1 count. And now Chad Gable, it's his turn. That he can't believe that after everything he's dished out to Kurt Angle, that was still just a 1 count. And Angle back in control here. Throat first across the top rope. And now going for a pin of his own. 1. Oh, a very adamant, powerful kick out by Chad Gable. Kurt Angle cannot believe it. Everyone cannot believe that everyone else is kicking out of everything in this match. And now Gable sent to the outside. Quite intentionally by Angle here. He's going to take the fight out here. But he drops the elbow and misses because Gable moved out the way. And this might backfire on Kurt Angle. Elbow to the top of the head. By the way, can I just say, speaking of things backfiring, last match I did say Kurt Angle had the match won and broke the referee's count at 9 and then went on to lose the match. So you shouldn't take your opponent for granted. Bailey to belly. Just because you're the favourite, you definitely shouldn't take your opponent for granted. And Kurt Angle did in the last match and he paid for it. Moonsault. No, his knees were up. Beautiful moonsault attempt by Chad Gable, but unfortunately it was in the air for 7.5 days and Kurt Angle saw it coming. Powerbomb by Angle, using that size and strength advantage. It's not been a hallmark of his career, really. But in this video, certainly has the size and strength advantage. But another 1 count from the powerbomb. Uh-oh. We've seen this in the last match. Oh, captures the leg and then launches Chad Gable across the ring. They love repositioning each other in this game, it would seem. Uh-oh. Seen this before. Headlock takeover. Flying head scissors. Chad Gable feeling confident now. Getting fired up. Oh, nope, Kurt Angle. Shoulders to the midsection and then a sunset flip. 1, 2... Oh, just kicks out at 2. Back elbow by Gable. But Kurt Angle, relentless. Oh, going for that crossface. And then drops down into the rear naked choke. We've seen him apply this once before. Can he win the match with it this time? Gable in a lot of trouble. Oh, elbow into the ribs. And another one. Rolls back through. Counter. Can he pin Angle for the second match in a row? No, Kurt kicks out at 1. But Gable, relentless with the offense, the head scissors with the legs, and the elbows to the top of the head. Now, going to take him down right near the ropes. Oh, elbow, Kurt doesn't need the ropes. Elbow to the knee, great counter, and then the arm drag throw to escape the grass completely. Oh, front flip heel kick to the top of the head of Kurt Angle from Chad Gable there. And he thinks he's done enough there. He's knocked him clean out. 1, 2, 3. And he's correct. Clean as a whistle. No sign of Otis this time. And the score is level at 2 wins apiece. Going into the 5th of 6 matches. Let's just get on with it, shall we? Alright, at BCW of all places on WWE 2K19. They are tied 2 apiece. Chad Gable's got his singlet back on. Kurt Angle looking pretty much identical, to be honest, to the 2K20 model. Including the actual singlet being worn. But, yeah. This is a very intriguing proposition at 2-0 to Angle after 2 matches. this seemed like it was more likely to be a whitewash than a tie. But now, at 2 wins apiece, anything could happen. Either man could win 4-2, either man could win 3-2, or we could have a tie. Well, Angle pushes Gable back into the corner, and we have a clean break, unlike in the first match on 2K25, where we had no clean breaks. Now we do, but Gable with the snap suplex to Angle. Kick to the back. Angle did not appreciate that one bit, and an overhead belly to belly as revenge. But an arm drag takeover by Gable. And now, got Gable by the hair, question mark. Just leading him across the ring, but Angle says no thank you. Elbows to the midsection. Goes for the leg, goes for the single leg, I think, there. But Gable counters, backflips out of the famous reversal, and then a belly-to-back suplex by Chad Gable. Very nicely done. Off the ropes. Oh, they tie up, and Angle shoves Gable away, and then clotheslines him to the outside. Every match where Kurt Angle has made a major decision involving the outside of the ring, he's lost. Just saying, so far in this video. This seems like a cursed strategy for Kurt Angle. Falling reverse DDT as the counter there by Gable. Back into the ring. Telling Kurt, get back in, come on. Oh, but Kurt Angle says, no, you stand too close to the ropes. I'm going to drop you throat first across that rope. Give myself the advantage, getting back into the ring, and there's a German suplex. The move with which he could have won the match on 2K23 on the outside, but he broke the referee's count. And now, very loosely applied Dragon Sleeper. He's not got the bicep under the chin where he wants it, and Chad Gable able to escape because of this. And now, Angle into a sleeper. Takes him down into the rear naked choke. Legs are grapevined. Chad Gable in all kinds of trouble now. He's got out of this a couple of times in previous matches, though. Can he get out of it in this one? Or will he be forced to submit? No, Kurt Angle releases the hold. And now, switch into a different hold. Flips Gable through and into this half a camel clutch looking situation. Oh, but Gable escapes. Front face lock now. Guillotine by Angle. No, Gable escapes again. Now sends Angle into the corner. Forearm smash in the corner. And now, gonna go for the pin. Just a 1 count. Gable gonna stay on offense here on Kurt Angle. He's got the front face lock applied. Angle breaks free, breaks the grip. DDT. Now Angle. It's not often you see him gassed, but I think he's struggling now that we're into this 5th match against Chad Gable, who is younger and just as well conditioned as Angle ever was in his prime. Oh, and look at this, the firing back with the back elbow and the forearm by Chad Gable. Maybe that's why the momentum has swung in the favour of Chad Gable. Quite simply, the younger man. And look at this. We've seen this from Gable before in the previous match. Oh, and the stomp on the arm. I will say I questioned whether both of Angle's shoulders were down in the previous match, but from that angle it was quite clear that his shoulders are never truly flat to the mat, even though it kind of looks it from this kind of angle. Oh, stomp on the arm. Now Chad Gable getting fired up. He's got the advantage. It's 2 apiece. He's got the advantage in the 5th match. This has got to feel great for Chad Gable. Imagine what it would do for his career to beat Kurt Angle over a best of 6. Oh, back elbow. Right hand by Kurt. Now sends Chad into the corner. Oh, Gable moves out the way of that shoulder tackle. And a Bailey to belly. And Gable once again feeling supremely confident here. He's got more momentum than he's arguably ever had at this point in this match. At any point in his career. Like, the fact that he's 2-2 against Kurt Angle and just took him down with a sequence of clotheslines. Has there ever been an opportunity for Chad Gable to launch his career into the stratosphere? Beautiful moonsault. He hits this time. Kurt got his knees up previously, but not in this match. 2. Oh, not a very convincing kick out by Kurt Angle. Just about managed to roll the shoulder. Now, Into the corner goes Angle. And Chad Gable may be thinking what brought him to the dance. Rolls through. German suplex with the bridge. 1, 2, 3. Chad Gable is 3-2 up from 2-0 down. And now cannot lose this video. Wow. Final match. Let's go. Alright, so here's the situation as it stands. Kurt Angle with the overhead belly to belly. The sense of urgency with Angle. He can salvage a draw, which would still be considered an upset in favour of Chad Gable, especially when he went 2 matches to 0 down. But Kurt Angle, by winning this match, can salvage a draw in this Through the Ages video. Chad Gable, with a win or a double countout, can win this whole video. Like, the ball is very much in Chad Gable's court. It's his serve and other similar tennis analogies. Oh my god, Kurt Angle bringing out all the big guns here. A blockbuster off the middle rope. Have I ever seen Kurt Angle do that? I'm not sure I have. But, I mean, I have now, I guess. This is WWE 2K18, Chad Gable's debut game. I'm pretty sure. I think so. Yeah. No, it's not. No, but Kurt Angle wasn't in 2K17 or any game back until SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Sorry, yeah, not Chad Gable's debut game at all. My bad. My bad. But Chad Gable in control now. Kurt Angle rusty, clearly, in this game, having not been in a WWE game since 2007. Oh, but he dodges that missile dropkick attempt. Now, off the ropes goes Angle. There's a dropkick. Not a missile one, but just a regulation dropkick. And beautiful execution as Angle ran straight into it. And a vertical suplex as well. Now, stomping away. If Chad Gable wins this video 4-2 from 2-0 down, like, I was talking down, I was dismissing his chances after Kurt Angle went 2-0 up. And now he's the favourite to win this video. Which is, like, a wild turnaround. European uppercut from Gable. Northern Light suplex. Doesn't hold the bridge. And now, up to the middle rope. Kurt Angle very slow getting to his feet here. Oh, and he just about hits with that missile dropkick off the middle rope this time, does Chad Gable. Kurt Angle rolls to the outside. Gable gonna follow. Oof, right hand by Angle though. And a running STO. I wonder if the same situation occurs again, if Angle will take the count-out victory this time. If he's learned from that mistake, or if he wants to prove that it wasn't necessarily a mistake. Oh, Gable sent into the barricade and then clotheslined by Angle. Oh, but he's sent into the ring post by Chad Gable. And a second time. We're up to a count of 8. And Chad Gable takes the fight back into the ring. He wants to do this properly. Look at this. He's bounced Kurt Angle's cranium off that ring post a couple of times. But there was a bit too long between that occurring and them getting back into the ring. And Kurt Angle able to kick out at 1. Now Gable up to that middle rope. Front flip senton. And now showing off for the crowd. I'm not sure how wise this is. Oh, goes for the scoop slam. But look at that. The recovery time that he allowed Kurt Angle by playing to the crowd has already backfired with that reverse DDT counter. And now just punching Chad Gable in the face. Now, what's Angle got in mind here? German suplex. Oh, he maintains the grip. I don't think we've seen him do this all video. But there's a second German suplex, and he's still maintaining that waist control. And a third, this time release, German suplex. But immediately, as he tries to bring Chad Gable back to his feet, Gable reverses with the leg sweep. And now, gonna head up to the top turnbuckle. Moonsault, beautiful technique. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, Angle just about kicks out. Referee announced he kicked out before he did, but let's not worry about that, eh? Let's not worry too much about that. And now, Gable going to try and press the advantage. Sends Angle into the corner. Oh, I think he was thinking of that roll through German suplex that's been so successful for him in this video. But Angle with the back elbow, sent out onto the apron, and then fights his way back into the ring. And now, is he going to go for those Germans again? He is. He's maintained the lock on the waist again. This is a 5th German suplex of the match. And a 6th. Chad Gable really in trouble here. But again, as he's getting lifted up, he sweeps the leg. He's keeping his wits about him throughout all these German suplexes is Gable. You have to think, though, coming into a match with Kurt Angle, can you do conditioning against German suplexes? Can you just have someone German suplex you and you build up a tolerance for them? Because if you can, it's a smart thing to do going into a match with German Angle. No, with Kurt Angle, isn't it? Uh-oh. Angle slam by Kurt Angle, and this could be the video ending in a tie. And indeed it is. Kurt Angle saves some face, having been 2-0 up. Clutches a draw from the jaws of defeat. And at some point, maybe on 2K26, if I do get the game, we'll have to do a decider. But for now, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new here, let me know in the comments what other Through the Ages you'd like to see happen on the channel. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been PokÉBEZA, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.